I've heard about it on Instagram, but I won't say I really know what it means.
Can you just say whatever you understand by it? It doesn't have to be it could be something random or what you think it is by just hearing the word algorithm.
Oh, so I know it has to do with things that, let's say, the balance or something. Because I mostly see it like talking about the reels, like the audios that are trending, things like that.
Okay, at least you're not so far from the truth. All right, so starting today's class, understanding social media algorithms. Now, social media algorithms are a way of sorting posts in a user's feed based on how relevant it is instead of the published time. Now, initially, when, for example, Instagram started, we were operating what we call a chronological feed. So, whereby they were prioritizing time of posting on a user's feed. So that means if you go on your Instagram at any point in the day, there is a high chance or high percentage of you seeing the posts of all the people you're following. Yeah, it's that crazy. So long as you keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, you're going to be seeing it in chronological order, which one came first, the earliest, and all that. So that was how it was. But then along the line, they needed to improve on their user experience because it was becoming too overwhelming. um, some content creators using the platforms they are posting irrelevant content. So a user may see a post on his social media feed and he doesn't engage with it, and then the algorithm takes note of it and it's like, okay, this post is not relevant to this guy. So I mean, what's the point of showing him this particular um, kind of post? So what they now did was to work on their algorithm, and then they were now looking at the quality of content. They were looking at how relevant the content is to how relevant the content is to the user, amongst a couple of other things. Now there are different algorithms, and there's the algorithm for sorting out posts on the explore page, sorting out posts on your reels, sorting out posts on your feed and all that. It varies. All right. So they were looking at how to serve the users better. So that because the bottom line or the way these social media guys behind the scene think is that if a user should come on social media and then they keep seeing posts that are not relevant to them, it reduces their time spent on social media. And every social media platform is selfish. Take it from me. They want to see people spend time on their platform. So they're looking at um, people who can keep more people on their platform and they're going to reward those people. That's why of recent there's been this spike or this boom of digital creators earning money from different social media platforms. Facebook now pays content creators, TikTok pays and all that because they see that these creators take out time and create really, really valuable content that keeps people on social media and keeps people using their platform. And the thing is, if more people keep using their platform, it is more money for them. It's more money for them because there are other people who would be advertising on those social media channels to reach those people who are actively online. So they are making money from that. Now, it's a simple thing. Every social media platform has there's what we call big data, but I'm not going to go into that now. They have a database of every user of that particular social media platform. So if you're looking at Instagram now, they have a database of Instagram users and they have a detailed database that accounts for their interests, what they like, you know, their demographics, their age, their location, and all those stuff. So they have it in their database. All right. So when let's say now, for example, I'm into real estate and I want to promote, let's say I have landed properties here and there and I want to show it to residents in Port Harcourt who are likely interested in real estate. Instagram has it in their database, has those caliber of people who are based in Port Harcourt. So now, those people are obviously doing something on social media. Maybe they are engaging in random posts or they're engaging in posts that are related to real estate at the moment. So if more people are on the platform, they know the chances of reaching the exact people I'm looking for is high. It means I will be paying money to reach those people. It means that they will be making money from trying to help me push my content to those people. Does it make any sense? Do you understand at this point before I move further? You can unmute your mic. Are you there, Tenor? I hope I've not lost you. Or is this a network challenge? Oh, it's network. What's happening? I believe you have network issues.
Sorry, I was having network issues.
Oh, great. You were having network issues. Okay. But did you hear the last thing I said? Well, where did you stop, please? Hello? I think I'll just switch my network.
Just say the last sentence you said.
Sorry, let me get a better network. What could they be doing with the network that is really dragging it at this time? Huh? Can you hear me now? Please let me know if you can hear me now. Oh, jeez, it has disconnected again. My laptop is hanging. Can you hear me now? Sen, are you there?
I'm just hearing you.
Okay,
I just
sorry.
heard when you asked, can you hear me?
Okay, can you remember the last? Okay, what was the last thing you heard me say? So I know where I can continue from.
I don't, I can't remember.
Are you serious? You
Just,
can't remember?
I know the, what you like, I know the summary of what you talked about.
Okay, can you just play me the summary so I can continue?
Okay, so basically you're telling me that the um these platforms like Instagram and Facebook, they they are um they are creators that make people spend a lot of time on their platform, and then
Okay.
they really these are the things they need. This is why they pay. This is why they pay creators so that they can get people to spend more time on their app. So the this yes, basically that.
Okay. So basically, they reward creators for helping people stay more on their platform because I mean, I said it, more people on their platform, more money for them. More people on their platform, more advertisers willing to reach those people, and more money for them. So it's more like an ecosystem. It's a chain, it just keeps going in circles and all that. So they now looked at it because I said initially the how they were sorting content or posts on people's feeds was based on a chronological order. And you know chronology, which one comes first, which one comes next, which one comes next, and all that. So, but then it was crazy because I mean, today now this person can post an irrelevant content and I'm not interested in it, but I have to see it because this is what is timely at the moment, or this is what I just came online and I'm meeting. So for me to see like the content from maybe my favorite creator, I'll have to like scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. Maybe he posted like 7 hours or 8 hours ago and I was not online. So I have to scroll that down for me to find content and all. So it was pissing some people off, and I feel the like obviously would have done their surveys and their research, and then they decided that okay, let us try out tweaking how we sort out posts, and then they now introduce the algorithm. So that's how the birth of the social media algorithms came. That's why you can see somebody having 5,000 followers, and then you're seeing like only 5% of the 5,000 followers are seeing his posts, and that's because they do it intentionally. They are not just about the numbers, because they know these days people can get followers through any means. But now they are looking at they are focusing more on quality over quantity. All right, they are focusing more on quality over quantity. So they want to see that okay, you have 1,000 followers. Out of the 1,000, if we entrust you with showing your content to 10 of those 1,000 followers, that the 10 of them would engage on that post. So if the 10 of them engage on that post, it shows that this post is relevant. So they open it up, 20 people to see. If they engage, they open it up, 30 people to see, 40 people like that, and it goes on. So if you have 1,000 followers, the 1,000 cannot see your posts at the same time. Some may never see your posts. All right. So the distribution of the post will be based on how um how much engagement the content gets within the first 30 minutes to 1 hour or few hours of posting the content. All right. So I've already started touching some areas ahead. So understanding social media algorithms. Social media algorithms are basically a way of sorting posts in a user's feed based on how relevant, all right, how relevant it is instead of published time. Remember I said the published time has to do with the chronological sorting of posts, which was what they were doing initially. But now it's not like that anymore. But I think now they are now doing a reverse chronological order. It's quite dicey, the way these things work. But I see some social media platforms are now reintroducing the chronological stuff again. So it's um, that's what is actually rampant in some social media platforms, because the competition is really, really high these days, because these algorithms have the advantages and have the disadvantage. The disadvantage is, hello, I put in so much effort, so much time, and I create content and I put out that content out there, and then I have 5,000 followers, and you won't even allow me show, you won't even show my post to my 5,000 followers. Is really, really annoying. It's really, really annoying. So for me to even reach my 5,000 followers, I need to still pay you for me to even reach my 5,000 followers. So I need to run ads again so that you can show it to these people. So it's more like, I feel they tell us that no shade is thrown, but they tell us that okay, they are doing this thing for our user experience in quotes. But the truth is that they are doing this thing to make money for themselves as well. Because I mean, if they can't, they know that if much people haven't seen this stuff, if I have the money, I would likely be forced to pay to show it to more people. All right. So now, um, social media networks or social networks prioritize which content a user sees in their feed first by the likelihood that they will actually want to see it. All right. Boils down to how relevant it is. So I wouldn't want to be seeing trash on my feed. I want to be seeing things I am actually interested in seeing. So now you can see the screenshot here. You can see these are contents that I actually want to see. This is my personal account, and this is my feed from my personal account. I can see a post from Kumar. He's an Indian digital creator, and I love to see his posts. So it is relevant to me. It's not even necessarily because of the timeliness. All right. This is my explore page. This is what it can be like sometimes. Okay, this is one of my accounts explore page, not my personal explore page. This is what it can be like sometimes. Then before the change to the algorithm, like I said, I've already started talking about this. Most social media feeds showed posts in reverse chronological order. In short, the newest post from the account a user followed showed up first. Remember, that's what I said. So once you come online and you check the feed, you'll see the newest post, and then as you keep scrolling down, you'll be seeing the older posts, and also it will reverse chronological. So now, why do algorithms exist? Now, I said without social media algorithms, sifting through all of the content on an account by account basis will be difficult to do so. So let's say now you're following 300 people on social media. It will be difficult because each day people put out a lot of content. And then out of the 300 people, the relevance you place on each of them is not equal. All right. You place more relevance on some and less relevance on some. So sifting out which one comes first, which one comes next will be a challenge. So that's another reason why they introduced the algorithm. So the algorithm now helps to actually show you the content that will be most relevant to you. But now the downside of this is that it's disfavoring the other people whose contents are not being shown to you. All right. So it's a two-way thing. You win some, you lose some. So this is you can see if you check below where my mouse is hovering around. What do you see there? Are you there?
Do you mean the time 4 days ago?
And not just the time. After the time, what do you see next?
Okay, similar to accounts you interacted with.
Good. All right. So this is a total showcase of what the algorithm does. One of the things the algorithm does now. It's now showing me, I told you that it now shows you it arranges content based on the relevance to you. Now this is not my feed, this is my explore feed. It's different from my regular feed. My feed shows me content from people I'm already following, then once in a while suggestions from Instagram or from the hashtags I'm following. But now this is the explore feed, so these are people that I may most likely not be following. Some I may be following, but majority of the times I'm not following them. So why would Instagram show me this kind of content? Number one, because it's similar to the accounts I interact with. So they see that, okay, this is relevant. This will be relevant to me because I've interacted with accounts that are similar to this. Now, it now boils down to what we call networked identities. I didn't put it in my slide, so you may want to pay close attention to this. Network identities. All right. So social media exists because of relationships. First of all, before anything else, all right? Because I mean, it's social, it's meant to be interactive. So now, the way these network identities work is in such a way that it just links tries to form kind of a relationship between different profiles and accounts on social media. All right. Let's say now you're my friend on social media and we react, we engage with each other's posts. Now, one of the days they may show you content from somebody who you're not following, but somebody who I interact with very well. And they will show that person to you because you interact with my content and I interact with that person's content. So they will feel that okay, there's some similarities between me and this other person. There's some kind of relationship. So it could be like a friend of friend. That's why if you check Facebook, you have your friends, you have your friends of friends, and all that. So they will look at it that okay, this person's account may likely be relevant to this person because there's a network identity. Do you understand? You understand to this point, so I can move forward.
Yes, I understand.
All right. I hope I'm not talking too fast. You can slow me down if I am. So that's for network identities. Now there are different ways or different ranking factors um, algorithms used to sort out posts for people, especially on the explore page now. They could show you content based on the accounts that are similar to the ones you interact with, number one, or the accounts you engage with more, or based on posts you've liked, based on posts you've saved, based on posts you shared, quite a number of things, a number of reasons. So they may show you based on all that, and each one they are going to highlight it under that okay, based on posts you liked or based on posts you saved. So you can see that okay, this is the reason they are showing me this particular account. So it's now left for you to make the decision whether you follow the accounts or not. So now, if you're doing Instagram, if you want to be very big on Instagram, you have to pay close attention to the explore page, and you have to try everything possible to make sure that your post lands on the explore page. Now, there are a couple of things that could land your content on the explore page. A couple of things. Number one, quality content. You won't see any shabby content on the explore page. If you check any content on explore page, you're likely going to see some good engagement on it because it is quality content. So you have to be putting out more quality content. Then have a lot of engagement on that content. If your content is getting good engagement, especially within the first 1 hour of post, 30 minutes to 1 hour of post, it's going to land there on the explore page. Then fourthly, is it fourth or thirdly? If you have people saving your content, you see this guy right here where my mouse is hovering over, he's the most important on Instagram. That's why you can see the distance, the gap. Now there's something we call the edge rates in algorithms. We call edge rates, or what I like to call edge rates algorithm. Um, what this simply means is that each of these social media interactions have different weights, some way less than others and some way more than others. For example, here now, you see it is arranged as like, comment, shares. And if you check other social media platforms, you will most likely see the same thing. On Facebook, you will see the like, you will see the comments, you will see the save or the share rather, and then the save. But the one that you're going to see first is the like. Now, this works in such a way that if you like a post, it tells the algorithm that, okay, this post is nice. I like this post. Or I just felt like liking this post because there's no yardstick. You cannot say that you like this post because you really like this post. I mean, they know that people can be fake. I could just be scrolling on social media and I'm just scrolling and liking, scrolling and liking. They know people do a lot of spam activities on social media. So liking a post is not necessarily a yardstick for measuring how good that post is. Yeah, that's personal opinion anyway. So, but the algorithm sees that okay, you just like this post, it is relevant to an extent. But if you comment on a post, it tells the algorithm that this post is so relevant to this person that he doesn't just like it. He wants to leave a feedback on the post, or he wants to respond to whatever he saw on the post. That means this post is actually relevant to this person. So it shows it to more people. If you send a post to somebody, it tells the algorithm that this post is so relevant to this person that this person doesn't want to benefit from it alone. He wants other people to benefit from it. So they see that okay, it weighs more than just liking or commenting on the post. Then saving the post is the most important. That's why I say it is far from the rest. It tells the algorithm that this post is so relevant to this person or this user that the person would want to go over it over and over again. Remember what I said initially, every social media platform is looking for a way to keep people more on their platform. And the saves is one way to actually track that okay, this person is most likely going to come back again because you cannot just save something if you're not coming back for it. There are some people who save things for saving sake, they don't go back to check it out. But I mean, for them over there, they see it as the most important because they believe that if you save a post, it means you most likely will go back and check for it or use it as a reference point. So they rank the importance of that post or the relevance higher than when you just like a post. So in other words, now with the edge rate algorithm, comments way higher than likes, shares way higher than comments, and saves way higher than all of them. Do you understand to this point? So I can move over to the next.
Yeah.
Great. All right. Now, especially for users following hundreds of accounts on a network, okay, why algorithms exist? Your algorithms do the work of delivering what you want and removing content that's deemed unnecessary. I already talked about that. And now you can see this is from the screenshots that you can see there. From the screenshots you can see there, you will see Instagram suggested below here. Instagram is not the one suggesting this content for you. based on okay, what they feel will be relevant to you. Now, okay, I think I'll just before I move further. So that's for the algorithms. So one way for you to hack or play around with the algorithm is if number one you create good content and then try to create engagement around that content within the first 30 minutes to 1 hour of that post. Now what may I do for my Facebook because of late I've been more active on my Facebook than my Instagram. Yeah, very very active on my Facebook. There's no day I don't post on my Facebook. Sometimes I can make like 10 posts a day on my Facebook page or even more, sometimes less, and all that. So one thing that has helped me to hack the algorithm, once I make a post, I try not to complete the post on the post itself on Facebook. I'm using Facebook as an example now. I would always make comments after. In fact, I think I should just go to my Facebook. I hope we have time for this and just show you an example of what I mean by that. Sorry, I'm about to share my screen with you. Unfortunately, I'm already on my Facebook. What are you seeing on your screen? Hello, what can you find on your screen, Tina?
What it was the thing that was already there. That's what was there. Why do I got it like that?
Okay, okay, okay. All right. So my Facebook page will be coming up shortly. From from now. All right. So sharing, I have to press stop this and then share. Um, share the tab. Okay. Can you see it now? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. So great. I'll just show you what I do to boost my engagement on my Facebook because this class is as much as a practical as much as it is would I say um theoretical. Right? Let me show you the ones I actually see the engagement with. Um, change and there you go. Right. Okay. Let me check and confirm if I have it on this particular page. Sorry, it's loading. I'm having some network issues. Okay, so now this was basically a prayer. Yeah, it was a prayer I put out there, and I didn't just stop at making the post, the text-based content. Yeah, so I didn't stop at just the post. I still went to the comment section to still comment about it down there, and it got some good engagement that came in. And then what I did, I tried to make sure I responded to as many comments as I could. And the more I kept responding to the comments, the more it kept opening up the visibility of the post to more of my fans on Facebook to see. Now I'm going to show you the distribution of this post, and I'll show you the distribution of some other posts as well, so you can see how this works. Okay, sorry, give me a minute. Oh, okay, I can't find the insights here. I have to use my business suite. I would have loved to just show you the insights from the back end, what it looks like. Okay, this is another post I made. A wise man said setting standards for yourself is easy. Sticking to them is hard, but worth it. And then I still came to the comment section. I say, you see the standards in here. I did the work day, blah 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 blah, whatever, and all that. Now the reason I did that was to create the initial buzz or the initial engagement so that other people would be encouraged to engage. So sometimes when you make posts on your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or wherever it is, you can be the first person to comment. Nobody says it's wrong. It doesn't make you spammy or whatever. But there's just a creative way to do it. You don't just post irrelevant comment there. When you make a post, you can do it in such a way that you can tell them, okay, check comments. Simply just tell them to check the comment section. And then you now go and drop something. What that does is that you're intentionally forcing them to check the comment section, because most people will barely check the comments. They will just like the post and then they go through. But if you tell them to check the comments, you're intentionally forcing them to check the comments and also subtly telling them to also leave a comment in the comment section. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it helps with the distribution score. It now makes the social media platform to distribute the post to more people. To more people. This one had over 697 um likes, and then 210 comments. Some of the comments were replies I was making. Basically, I kept replying and replying and replying and replying. So even days after I made the post, I was still getting some engagement on it because I kept replying. I'll show you one of the reels I posted. I had over 160 something thousand views, organic without paying for ads or anything. That is my suggestion. Um, where is that? Sorry, give me a minute. I'm seeing review. My network is having issues. My network is having serious issues. Um, I think we may just have to leave this particular part because I mean I've been struggling with the network since, but to no avail. Okay, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Maybe for my videos. This exercise a little patience while this loads. Don't know why it's taking donkey years to do so. Okay. Alright. Okay. I don't know. I think I may just have to leave this here because I think the network is really frustrating. So I'll just stop that for now. Okay. So what I wanted to show you was how I boost the engagement on my posts to reach more people. And that thing I do to hack the algorithm for my Facebook, for example, is as I make a post, I share it to groups. I'm on different groups, quite a number of groups, and I try to make sure I join groups that are relevant. So if the post I'm making is something pertaining to relationship, I'll be in groups like singles hangouts, Niger singles, and all that. Those are communities where I'll see the kind of people that will consume those kind of content. So I make the post there, and then it gives a lot of buzz. Once they see it on the group, they like it, they check my page out, they come and they engage with it there as well. It increases the reach for me. And before you know it, more people are commenting. As more people are commenting, people are following, the account is growing. As the account is growing, Facebook is now automatically suggesting the accounts to other random people. So I still keep getting more followers on a daily basis from that. So that's for the algorithm. So do you have any questions? I think our class, of course, class is almost over. It's supposed to be 4:40 to 5:40. Yeah. So do you have any questions so far? So I can just address it.
I think I'm good.
You said?
I think I'm good with everything. I don't have any questions
Okay. So what was the new thing you learned today? Did you learn any new thing?
about the algorithm. It's a very
Algorithm.
new.
Just run me through what you learned from what you understood so far. What are the things you learned?
So I really learned a lot about how Instagram selects which posts to show people and the things you really need to do so your post can be one of the posts that Instagram actually wants to show people.
Okay. So what are those things?
Things like join to your comment section because when people comment, it shows that your post has relevance, more people liking your post, and most importantly, more people saving your post. All these things show the relevance of your post. So Instagram will actually want to show people
Okay. Do you remember the edge rate algorithm?
the what?
Edge weight algorithm.
Every
EDGEWEIGHT.
I don't think I caught it.
So you didn't hear that part. I said um these social media those reactions and engagements, they have different edge weights. That's they weigh more than each other. You know what a weight is like now? Obviously. If I have let's say I have this AirPod now in my hands and I have my phone at the same time. Obviously, you know which one weighs more. My phone should weigh more than this AirPod, right? So if we're looking at the weight, this has more weight than this. This has more value than this. In the same vein, now let's say this is like on Instagram and this is save. They are far apart. It means that the saves have a higher weight of relevance than likes. That's what it simply means when you're talking about the edge rate algorithm. This has a higher edge than this. It has a higher edge of ranking your posts higher on social media than just mere likes. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? Are you there, Tena? Hello, Tena, are you there? Network is really
Sorry, can you repeat that? I mean, in a noisy place.
okay. I was talking about the edge rate, and I said that how.
Oh, I got the edge rate. I was telling you that I understood. I got that far.
Okay, you got the edge rate. Edge rate.
Yes.
So explain to me now what the edge rate algorithm is about, because I'm really keen
Okay,
on
so
you
basically,
understanding this.
while you're doing all these things to make your algorithm select your post one of those posts that Instagram wants to post, other people are also doing their own stuff. So what makes your own more relevant? Like the edge your own now has compared to others. That's what I
That's
understood from what you said.
that's a brilliant point. Um,
You're muted.
yeah, okay, that's a brilliant point. But what I was talking about for the edge rate algorithm, I was talking about the engagements already that your post is getting. I said that these different engagement metrics, all right, have different edge rates. Like is an engagement, is a post engagement metric. Comment is a post engagement metric. Shares is a post engagement metric. Saves is a post engagement metric. And I showed you that on Instagram, if you check very well, you're going to see that. In fact, I think I have to share my my screen again for this. All right. On Instagram, for example, as you can see here, the comments comes before this. The like comes before the comments, comments before shares, and then saves is at the edge on its own. Now, this is simply telling you that they weigh differently. They have different weights, and I gave the analogy of my AirPod and my iPhone. The iPhone has more weight than the AirPod, so basically, it's telling you that this has, based on the context of what I'm saying now, the iPhone has a higher edge weight than the AirPod. Now, likening it to what we have here now, I said that the AirPod can be seen as a like on a post, while the saves can be seen as the iPhone, or the iPhone can be seen as saves on a post. So I'm trying to let you know that on the edge weight algorithm, that these different engagement metrics weigh more than each other. Their weights differ. So liking a post is a light engagement. Commenting is a bit denser than a liking of a post, or than liking of a post. Sending a post to somebody is weighing higher than just commenting on the post. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
Actually,
You understand now, right?
yes, very much.
Okay. So continue. What other things do you remember from the class today?
Okay, so what you're saying is that let's say comments, shares and say on a table, and let's put them on a bar tab or something. They all have the different rates of like how high they go and everything. So on this bar chart, like let's say 10, comment let's say 15, like that, and
Yes.
then like the highest has to be save.
Yes, yes, exactly. Your head is working. Your head is working. That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what it means, that these their weights differ, and that saves on Instagram is the highest um form of engagement. All right. People don't see saves. People don't see it, but Instagram can see it, and Instagram knows that this one weighs more than all these other ones. The rest is just for people to see. All right. So that's for that. So what other things do you remember from today's class? And how, now you know about this, now how does this apply to your, do you feel a little bit confident, you know what to do? to would I say hack the algorithm in your favor when you make a post? Do you know the things that you should be looking out for to be doing?
Yes, actually, I think this class was actually helpful.
All right. So I'm really, really glad that the class was insightful and like I would normally do. So what are you going to rate this class like on a scale of 10, 1 to 10?
I actually gave you 9.5 yesterday because I didn't want to give you a perfect number.
You said you said you gave me 9.5
So
yesterday because
I don't say 10. It's just perfect. Like, why would I just give you 10?
so if you say 10, like you're going to be stripped of your womanhood or something, you're no longer going to be coming here.
I know, I'm joking. But yes, it was very good. Especially
Mm.
9.5. Just
9.5 to this class. So, all right, that's very satisfying to know and encouraging. So, as I'm going to be putting in more deeper and valuable content in our subsequent classes because, to me, this is our first cohort, obviously. So, um, it's also a learning phase for us, as it's a learning phase for you guys as well. So I'm not about the number per se, since this is our first. Even if it is one person that gets something and gets it very, very, very well, that's satisfying to know. It's going to be satisfying to know, and I believe we're going to accomplish great things together. I want to be able to look in future and see, okay, this online business owner Tena, she's doing so well with what she does, and then I'm like, yes, that's one of our products at sort. It's going to be really, really satisfying to see. I don't know if you're
not
connected.
even following my business. How you track me?
You said, what did you say?
I said you're not even following my business. Nobody wants to track me.
I've even forgotten it. But there's no problem. You can drop it on I wanted to say on the oh yes, on our Slack channel. Drop it on the social media Slack channel. So you can check it out as a reference and then be keeping an eye on it from there. So that is it. Thank you very, 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 very much for attending today's class. I'm really glad you were able to get value from it. Although I
Thank you
do,
for the class.
you said
I said thank you for the class.
yes, you're welcome. I didn't even know. I just fated it, Sha, because I actually traveled, and I'm glad I was able to make it. Because I don't know how I would have done it. I traveled to Imo State today, and I came back today. So I started the class before I even got to the venue. We thank God. So thank you very much, Tena, for attending to this class. Don't forget that we have a webinar this Saturday, as usual, by 5 p.m. And this Saturday, I will be privileged to be the one handling the webinar this Saturday. And so I'm going to be talking about personal branding. Yes. So I'm not just going to be talking about social media. I'm going to be talking about personal branding, how to grow your personal brand. So how to build a consistent brand inside out. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that in our Saturday webinar. So feel free to invite your friends. The webinar is not for just students or so. It's open to all. So you can invite your friends, your family, your siblings, they can take part of it, so they can learn one or two. So this is just our way of giving back to the society. And I know some of you may be wondering why we're not charging for all that. This is a non-profit organization, so basically what we are doing is for free, and we know definitely it comes with its reward from God and from God. So thank you very much, Tena. I hope to see you on Saturday by 5 p.m. I'm going to be dropping the link on WhatsApp and on our Slack channel. So you can follow through. All right. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. You can exit the class now, please.